the only way to fix it is to work through it. And that's why you're here.
You're so encouraging.
Hi everyone, we are back with Lela. This is our third day, and today we are tackling a mountain of laundry in her bedroom as well as in her laundry room, and we are going to bring peace to her bedroom.
Yay, I can't wait.
Me too. All right, let's get started.
One of the problems that we have is that I'm not home during the day to do laundry. And so I get some help, but the help kind of goes so far and then stops. And I come home to laundry piled on the bed. And recently I've been so tired I can't deal with it. And so I just pile it over here.
And then you can't get to your dresser.
And then I can't get to the dresser, which is kind of still problematic, but none of my clothes, so it doesn't matter to me. But we just keep functioning out of laundry baskets at this point, and it's driving both of us nuts, and I just can't get a grip on it. And so I need help getting a grip on it and working through some of the things, but I'm also hoping that as we work through it, that you can help me talk through sort of a system that I can coach my husband and my kids with, that we can and it may be two systems. It may be one system to get control over it, and then a second system of like, okay, now we have control over it. Here's how we're going to do it going forward. And I have some ideas, but I'm not sure they're good ones. So,
do you think some of it is quantity?
I think that some of it is quantity. I think that some of it is that a lot of stuff in here probably belongs in my kids' rooms. So it's not just mine and my husband's. For sure, some of it is quantity. And part of that is behind me, I have a full closet. I mean, my part, I don't even really use because I don't get the clothes put away. But it's full of clothes I don't use anymore because my life has changed.
And then your laundry is in the closet?
Yes. So in a minute, I'm happy for you to walk the whole thing's a mess, but that's why we're here, right? This is my closet. It was originally the primary bathroom and closet. It was very small. So we did a little bit of an add-on and created a new bathroom back there, a little laundry room and storage room. And then there's a space for me to like do my makeup and get ready where I don't have to be in the bathroom in case my husband's we're both trying to get ready.
Yeah.
And it's a great space. Just where I've been has been very overwhelmed, and I have not functioned fully, and things have just piled up. And I'll start kind of clearing a part of it away, and some of it I fixed with the things that I use all the time, but I haven't ever gotten to the place where I can deal with the stuff I don't use. On my side of the closet, there's a lot of clothes that I don't use anymore or wear, probably never will, so I need to clean those out. When I get into my makeup and the bathroom, there's a lot of products probably that are expired and things that just don't get used, just aren't going to be used. That's a hard pill for me to swallow. I carry a lot of guilt with it, but I have decided I need to forgive myself from letting it all get here, and the only way to fix it is to work through it. And that's why you're here.
You're so encouraging.
So this is Lela's side of the closet. Our action plan is going to be to take the empty hangers out, and she mentioned that there are things that she's not going to probably keep. And so if we can pull this stuff out, then we'll make room for all the laundry that we need to put away. Is there anything in this closet that you know are quick no's that you're ready to get rid of? I'll grab.
These are empty hangers. I have never worn these.
Okay. Oops. I just donated one that I had never worn. I'm going to put these in the bedroom. Now, the stuff that is down on the floor here,
Yes.
does any of that need to be hung up?
So I probably, and I think there's like kind of a bin or basket under there.
Mm-hmm.
I think it all needs to be pulled out and sorted and figure out if it needs to be hung or folded.
Okay, so let's take that out into the bedroom, and then that'll make the bottom rack easier for us to access as well.
Yes.
Okay.
So these purses, I think I just need to get rid of. Some of them have sentimental value a little bit, but I don't use any of them, and they've been hanging here a very long time.
Okay.
So I think it's time. Like, I'm gonna pull them down and look through them a little bit, and I may try to keep one or two, but I think it's time to get rid of these.
Okay.
For one thing, the way I use purses and my style has just changed.
Sure. And I do think it's if you can clear this off, it will just give us another hanging possibility. If you know these are quick no's. The fight of the purses.
I think what I'm going to do right now is just take them all down.
Okay.
And put them in here where I can sort through them.
Okay. So we've vacuumed down here so far, and we've made a little room so we can start working on clothes. There are 6 bags that she's letting go of. All right, so she's let go of 9 bags for donation. And so my question to you is, your clothes that you pulled out from hanging up, are you going to take these to a consignment shop?
No.
Do you have a bag of donations?
So I have a bag here of
Okay.
some things that I had pulled out of my son's room. You want to just put them in that?
Yeah, let's do that. Here, I'm going to hand you a couple to fold and put in there, and I'll do the same. And then we are going to tackle the mountain behind you. Are these Alberto's? Or mixture?
Some are. It's mostly a mixture. I think at this point it's safe to say everything's a mixture.
Okay. I'm thinking that maybe we attack those first.
Okay.
Because it'll give us a clean surface.
Yes.
And a quick win, maybe.
That is one problem to tackle. Like, this bench I've had forever. I mean, I think almost as long as we've had the house, which is 20 plus years. The legs are broken. So I think that probably this bench needs, when we're done, like, use it today, but when we're done it needs to go in the trash. Like,
Well, it can go after we unload it.
yeah.
Okay. Little birds.
Those are little birds.
So, do you have a tub working for him already? Or do we need to start one?
So this is mostly his. I see off the top a couple of things, but I think all of this is his laundry. So if you want to
add to his?
just
right
add
there.
to his.
Okay.
I think the least we will have is that white one empty.
Yes.
So I'm gonna make that Maya's.
Okay.
I'm gonna make this one mine. Those are mine.
Which one's going to be yours? This one right there?
That one.
And then, okay.
And actually
wanna
the
hang
jeans we can just hang.
Do you care which type of hanger?
So I usually just use those.
These? Okay. And then do you want them on the
Bottom shelf.
okay.
Bottom rack.
Perfect.
Those
Wranglers.
are Alberto's. That's donate. That's mine, but I need to iron it. So if we just fold it and put it in my basket.
Do you iron things before you wear them, or do you iron as you go?
So right now I don't have a system.
And I'm asking you this because you need a system, right?
Yes.
So I'm afraid if we just put them in a to-do, they're not going to get done.
Well, so here's where I am, and I would really value your opinion. Where I am is like I've lost all control. So the things that I would wear to work or somewhere right now, if they were ironed, I'm inclined to just take a big load to the cleaners, get them done, get them hung up, get a grip. And then my plan is, as I have 3 or 4, to start ironing. Because I actually enjoy ironing.
Then let's put a separate pile for going to the cleaners.
Perfect.
Okay. Okay. And extra bedding, she said they could go to your ranch.
Yes.
So this and your mattress pad.
Yes. And I was going to say, if we can put that in one location, then I can kind of sort that.
Let's put it in another bag and put it in the hall.
Okay.
And that way it's out of the way.
Perfect. So what some of it is, like the mattress pad covers, I do want to take and put on the bed.
Have mattress covers over there too.
Yes, and some of them we use for my sons. I'm just checking to see what size. Okay, so this is my son's sheet.
Okay.
So I'm gonna put that in his basket.
This one can go.
That one stays, this one goes.
Okay.
This goes in his room.
Okay. And what about the ones on the shelf up there?
These can all go.
Is that it, you think, for now? Are those sheets going to?
These go. These, I just have to see, because like I said, we got rid of the twin.
So can I tell you, I take a marker and on the tag, I will put Q for queen, T for, so you're not guessing.
Yes.
And I know other people have done certain colors for certain sizes, so they know and they don't have to guess.
Yeah.
Is that staying?
This is staying.
Okay.
These are his.
Back to this. This yours? Or
Let me see. That is mine.
and I assume you don't hang these. You
No, I fold them.
can I hang up this tie?
Yes.
This red one, is this yours?
That's donate.
Donate, okay. Which is right there.
Let me just make sure this isn't burnt.
Oop, napkins, red napkins. For kitchen.
Yes. So pathetic. Okay, with some questions.
Of course.
One of the problems that we frequently deal with, I have sort of a long-term system that I want to adopt, but we aren't there yet, are socks.
Yeah.
And my way of dealing with it, because that can go to the laundry. My way of dealing with it, like in the future, is that when that needs to go to the cleaners, as does this. More napkins, and these probably need to be cleaned out. This can be donated.
Donate over there.
Thanks.
Let's do, yeah, since it's soft.
My tendency when I'm doing laundry is when I'm doing Bert's laundry to pull all his socks. And like we all have different socks we like to use. So I kind of know whose socks are whose.
Yeah.
But when I'm not doing the laundry, which happens a lot, not everyone does it the same way I do.
Okay.
So
This is another mattress.
so that can go in, and here's a good one. How, like my question is how to handle that. Like how do you-
Ideally, it would be nice if you had baskets for everyone and you just throw them in baskets. Don't even worry about matching them up. If you know whose they are, just throw them in each basket and let everybody deal with their own.
Okay. I hadn't thought about that. That can. Okay, it's Alberto's.
So you want to put it on the washing
Actually, he's
machine?
never going to use it. Let's donate it.
Donate it?
Yeah.
Bert's?
Yes. No, those
No?
can donate.
Okay.
That is Maya's. That's donate until it's too small.
12.
Those can donate.
Okay, I'm gonna throw socks. Okay, you're doing it. So that bin's for socks. There you go.
Perfect.
Girl, it's empty. And with a broken leg. That was fast.
It was fast.
I say we take it out of here. 2 broken legs.
Yeah, it has 2 broken legs.
Okay, it's gone.
Okay, let me ask you this.
Okay.
Is there any laundry we need to start while we're going?
No. So I kind of thought through that, and I think that I'm going to make tomorrow a laundry day.
Okay.
But I don't really want to add to what, like, I really want to get this done, and I don't want to add or detract from what we're doing in here. So I'd rather get this done, and I'll work through that tomorrow. That far basket is clean. This wire basket is probably clean. I'm not 100% sure.
Okay.
The things above the wire basket are clean.
Okay. Is there anything you think, like just towels, that's not going to add to this, but that's going to, because part of it is multitasking, right?
Yeah.
But maybe it's not clothes, but if there's any linens or towels that can be washed, maybe start those today. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay, she's in the laundry room, and one of the things I asked her was if there's any linens or towels to be washed, that maybe we get that going so we're multitasking. She did not want to do clothes because it would just add to this, which I totally get. So that's our plan right now, and then we are shifting over to this pile.
I have so many sock baskets at the moment.
Well, we'll thin them out too.
Okay.
And these he just uses to like get
Dirty.
So I'm inclined to just hang those.
Yep. Oh gosh, avalanche.
Yeah. I mean, that's what it's been like for a month and a half.
Do you want these hung up?
I know those can fold, and
They're-
it's buried, but I have a drawer that they go in.
Okay, at the bottom.
Yes.
Okay, I'm just gonna place them kind of. Okay, this is a skirt. Jake. This is a small.
That can be donated.
Large.
that can be donated. My goal is to get it to where everyone is sort of doing their own laundry. And so my husband can get his done any given day, like when he's home, has a day home and wants to do it. And my daughter already does hers. I'll help my son, but if I'm managing mine and my son's, then I think it will be more manageable to do like one load a day, or if that's how I'm going to use my Saturday or something like that.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
That makes total sense. I think too, this is a busy family, right? There are kids in high school, they have activities. She's working, he's working, they have obligations. And so it looks like because you already have quite a bit of a donation pile, that you just haven't had time to go through what doesn't fit your kids anymore, right?
I think that's true. In a hope of like wanting to do full disclosure,
Yeah.
it's a combination of I was in a really dark place, or just deep place, maybe not dark. And I just wasn't getting things, I just wasn't able to get things done.
Yeah.
I was kind of paralyzed and things got out of hand. As I've worked through my healing, during that process, my kids kept growing. My daughter is pretty good about cleaning her own stuff out, but my son is oblivious, as some teenage boys are.
Yes, they are.
And so, and my husband has tried to help, but it's not something he did a lot in the early years of our marriage. And so he's trying to figure out how to do it now. Like you said, we're a busy family, going in different directions most of the time. And so it's a combination of growing and life changes also. Like, I don't wear the same things I used to wear.
I'm there with you.
And so it's just kind of like, that's a lot of the cleaning out of my stuff, I feel like.
Puppy hair.
So much puppy hair.
So much puppy hair. I'm wondering if some of these we could throw in the dryer to do a wrinkle release.
Yes, I have jeans in the dryer right now.
Okay.
But if we start a little pile for that, I think that's a great idea.
Shut down a little bit. Pajama pants.
Those are too small.
Okay. Donate. Ariats.
Those are Bert's. No, those are Maya's.
These must be long on her.
They are. She loves to fold them.
Oh, okay.
Like she folds them into cuff.
Yeah.
And she has one of those little, you see it all over Instagram now. They use them in stores, like to put tags on clothes.
Wrinkle release on these.
And she uses it to like clip
Pin 'em
her. Yeah,
How nice.
that can be donated. Where's that wrinkle?
Right there, yeah. These pajama pants.
Yes, and they can go in that bottom drawer there.
This is a small little.
That can be donated.
Okay.
That can be donated. Mine.
Do you hang up or do you fold it?
So I'm probably inclined to just fold it and put it in here.
Okay.
I shoved these, but I need to hang these.
All right, so Lela went to go get us lunch. I am still working on the piles here. When I don't know something, I'm just putting it aside. We have a basket started, the clean clothes that just need the wrinkle release in the dryer. So we're going to do that. And we talked about off camera, she has some black sweaters and she was thinking about letting one go. And I told her, let's look at all the sweaters together and then she can decide which one she wants to let go. So we're just putting them together right now. We are making progress. I'm going to turn you around to show you the bed. So right now we have a couple of piles for her son, one for her daughter over there, and then the pile in the far corner up against the headboard is to go to the launders or potentially relocate to the ones that just need wrinkle release. So it looks messier before we are final, but she's making progress. The other thing she identified is right here are her son's suits that she believes are too small, and she's going to check with a neighbor to see if her son could potentially wear them. And that's where we are. All right. So you're just organizing your drawer now that you have space.
Yes.
Okay.
So another thing, I don't know if you want to work kind of alongside me or not, is it this other bottom drawer right here?
Uh-huh.
I think is mostly scarves.
Okay. And there's
I'm not sure what else, but we could probably pare that drawer down quite a bit.
okay. I've got gloves in here too.
So the gloves, if they're in there, I haven't worn them in years. So we could probably donate those.
Okay. Oh my gosh.
So sometimes in the morning, I'll be laying there, like waking up, you know?
Yeah.
And they'll be up there and they will all four start doing
howling?
that.
Okay.
Okay, so that can go with these t-shirts over here.
Okay. T-shirt.
Actually,
There's a lot of t-shirts over here.
so that's just a memento. Maybe what I'm actually going to do is shift this a little bit
Okay.
and have you put these t-shirts in there.
There.
Because we're going to get rid of most of those scarves.
Okay. Okay. Pass them to me. Okay, I'm gonna ask you a question.
Yes.
How many t-shirts is enough t-shirts?
It's funny that you asked because I was just asking myself that question. This t-shirt has a bunch of holes in it,
Uh-huh.
so I was going to trash it.
Yep.
I'm also asking myself that question about pajama pants at the moment. So I think, let me look at those.
And there is no right or wrong answer, just so you know.
I know, but you asked a question I was already thinking about, and I feel like that's a sign that needs further evaluation.
Okay. There's no matching gloves for these. Should they just be trash?
Yes.
And then there's some socks in here. Do they go up there?
Yes.
Okay, so that's donate. Okay. And did you see all the black sweaters in there?
Yes.
Is there any that you
So I think, what is this one? This can donate.
Okay.
I've been living for a very long time without t-shirts because I couldn't find any of them. So I'm going to hang on to those for a minute. These are the two that I really like to wear.
The scarves.
Of the scarves, and these can both be donated.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. I'm gonna challenge you, and because you have socks, brassieres.
So I actually need to pull that out because I don't think I use any of those socks.
Okay. All right.
Did I read your mind?
Yes, you did. So tell me about these blankets on the chair.
Okay.
Are they, where's their home?
They are, most of them are extra blankets. Well, not this one. Over time, we have just collected extra blankets. When my daughter wanted to change the look of her room, so she changed colors, that sort of thing. Blankets are a hard thing for me to get rid of. I've kind of been trying to think of like, are these things that I want to take to the ranch? Do I want to keep a couple here? Like, we leave one over our sofa, and I like to have two to rotate so we can wash them because it protects the sofa from the dogs just being on it. And there's one on there now, so I'd like to have two. I think what I need to do is ask Alberto if he wants to take these to the ranch in Mexico, if we can use them down there. If we take them down there and he figures out we don't really want to use them down there or something, we can always give them to the people that work for us. And I like to give them stuff because they don't have a lot. But I don't really know where to put them for the moment with that in mind. So I'm open to you changing my mind.
I'm not going to talk you out of it. I think all of your logic, your logic is sound, and I'm not asking you to get rid of any of them. I'm just asking where would be a home for them. So do you have stuff under your bed?
So nothing really fits under our bed.
Okay.
There's a cubby that I can show you over our washer that I have often thought would be a good place for like these, because the other thing is like if my kids are gonna have friends sleep over or something.
Yeah.
But there's a cubby in there, and my laundry room is probably for another day, but I would love for you, like when we built it out, I built it out very intentionally, and I have not ever been able to really use it the way I intended it. So I would love to spend some time with you on that at a later date. But there's a cubby over the washing machine that I think they would all fit in.
Okay. And I think the other thing to consider is getting vacuum bags, because it will shrink them down.
Yes.
And allow you more space.
And I use these at the top of my closet, but we don't use this down comforter. Like, this down comforter has sat in there for over a year. Like, we didn't use it this winter.
Okay.
It's just not really what we use.
Would you take it to the ranch?
Yeah. So maybe what I could do is get a vacuum seal bag for that and the other bedding stuff that goes to the ranch, and then put the blankets I want to keep in the laundry room.
So why don't we put that in the trash bag and try to put these in there?
Perfect.
Okay. I think we need another trash bag.
Okay.
Pulling this out.
Oh my goodness.
It's okay. Everybody has dust bunnies. Everybody has dust bunnies. It's okay.
Okay, Joyce, I want to talk to you through the problem of, part of my laundry problem is too much inventory. And we were kind of talking about that a minute ago, and you're 100% right. There's a couple of different issues going on. Like, I've thought about it from that perspective too. And I've referenced this a lot through our series. And part of the problem is life changes.
Mm-hmm.
Right now, I'll just talk about my laundry, like my clothes. I went from spending like 3 years just in the house, hardly doing anything, dressing the way that you've seen me on camera, like oversized sweatshirts and like sweatpants or just something comfy, right? Comfortable. I work now, and my work is pretty casual, but I sort of have a uniform. I've dealt with, over the last 3 years, gaining some weight. I'm trying to lose it more actively now than I was for a long time. And so I'm hesitant to get rid of too much because there's some things in there that I'd really like to start wearing as I lose a little bit of weight rather than buy new clothes.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess I'm really like explaining to you where my thought process is and just kind of, yes, that makes sense, or think about this or that or the other, like insight from you.
Let me have a sit with you. We're gonna join her. So I would suggest, if something doesn't fit you, that we get a Rubbermaid tub and put it in there.
Okay.
And that way, what inventory you have hanging up or in your drawers is inventory that fits you now.
Right.
And then you're not letting those go, but they're not nagging at you saying, you're not my size anymore.
Right.
And it's irritating and frustrating.
I don't look at them with a negative connotation.
That's good.
But what you're saying makes sense. But as you were saying it, and I was kind of thinking, well, I don't really feel bad seeing them. Okay. But they make it very hard to hang what I'm wearing right now. So even though my reason is a little bit different, just for what I know and what I feel, I think what you're saying makes a lot of sense. And I think that's what I'm going to do is like get a bin.
Yeah.
I'm
glad they don't make you feel bad.
Yeah.
I hope for everybody out there, your clothes don't make you feel bad. But it comes down to volume and real estate. And like you said, it's hard to hang up. If you've got stuff up there you can't wear right now, you can't put the stuff up there that does.
That I do and
overflows,
need.
Right?
And then I'm keeping it down because I don't have anywhere to hang it. Right. And so I think, like in my closet, I have just a few, not too many. And then I have a couple of my daughters of like nicer dresses that I will leave hanging, just so they don't get messed up. Yeah. I have a lot of casual clothes that I would like to hang on to kind of for that in between as I start losing weight, but I can't wear them now, that I'll take down and put aside.
So the other thing I will say when you do that is consider the style, because I put away some expensive jeans and thought, okay, when I lose weight, I'm going to wear them. But then they were a style that were like the lower waisted. And I thought, these things are uncomfortable. I hung on to them for all this time and I don't even want them anymore. And they're not in style anymore. So it's just something to think about before you put them away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I think that's a good point. Like, and I've definitely done that in the past too.
Yeah.
I think I've also kind of gotten to an age where as I sort through, like as I pull things down to put in the bin, I'll probably do more of what we've done like today, where I'm like, yeah, I'm never going to wear this, and donate, like have another bag of donate, and then have guys, some in a bin.
She has done phenomenal for donations. We have a huge trash bag that's almost full. It really is. We probably
too full.
It's going to be heavy. And then another bag that's full of purses. And I think she's probably up to like 12 or 15 purses now. So you are letting go. And there's a whole nother bag of trash. It's not that you're not letting go. But as I'm hanging up and it's getting harder to put more in the top rack, is because that's why I asked, we need to talk about, is there too much quantity?
Yeah, and I think like the hard part is that what you're trying to hang up is what I wear.
Yeah.
And what I need, and what I need to not be buried, lost.
Yeah.
Getting too wrinkled, that sort of thing. So it needs to hang.
Are you going to have more pants, do you think?
No.
Do you think some of like the sweatshirt should come down to and then maybe keep the top rack for your nicer work stuff?
Yeah, I think we could definitely do that. some of the sweatshirts and shorter tops and that sort of thing could definitely move down.
Waylon's wanting 11. Oh, cute baby. Is a sweet baby.
So yeah, I think we could do a little bit of rearranging there.
Okay.
And I will get a bin and go through some of those casual dresses and stuff.
Okay.
And
right now she's just been folding her son's clothes, and they're going to be headed to his room. And her daughter has a tub of overflowing too, so those are ready to go to her room. And we are refreshing some of the shirts to get the wrinkles out and hanging that stuff up. So we are still going strong.
Yes.
I saw Waylon. He's so sweet. He's so sweet. He's so sweet.
Say I'm a brat.
No, but that's a sweet baby. I know, he's so cute. Okay.
Okay.
Break
it up.
Progress.
I mean, you should show them all of that.
We have 4 empty bins that we are going to take the stuff in the laundry room and now sort. And this is kind of, it's somewhat cleared. It's cleaning products and stuff, but the clothes are cleared. And then down here, what happened to it all? This is socks. Hand me that other basket of socks.
There's another one in the laundry room.
And this is socks, and there's more in the laundry room. And then these are friends gonna check on and stuff. So this is progress. It's good progress. So how do you feel?
I feel incredible. I mean, I don't know how long it would have taken me to get this done. So I feel incredible.
Good.
Yeah.
Yay! All right, we're gonna keep going. Okay, I've asked Lela if there are any quick wins for shoes that she wants to donate, and that's what she's tackling now.
I'm not seeing the other one of these, so I'm gonna set it right there. Okay.
This woman is decisive.
I think I'm just ready. My family would probably laugh if they heard her describe me as decisive.
Well, that's what I see. So, and I do want to take a moment and say thank y'all for your kind comments and encouragement. And I was telling Lela that my mother-in-law, like 4 times, told me how proud she was of Lela, and she could tell that she's getting healthier and ready to make a change.
So ready. Okay, I think that's it for now.
Okay, awesome.
And I think I'm gonna put this one in the trash because I didn't find the other one.
Okay, you don't think it'll show up?
Maybe I'll just put it here for now.
Okay.
And give it a little time.
I'm gonna show y'all where we are in the laundry room. All right, guys, the 2 mounds of laundry that were here were clean, or may have been 3 mounds. So all that's left are these 2 tubs. Ooh, this one, and this was clean, but there was stuff on the ground, so it needs to be washed again. These are ones that we're going to refresh in the dryer, but this is looking so good. And she put her blankets up in this little cubby, so it's good progress.
Good progress.
Yeah.
And I feel like, I don't know about you, I'm tired. So maybe we take a little break and recap.
Yep.
Or whatever we need to do. And I am already, like, my wheels are turning, like I want to go through that stack in a little while. I've got probably 2 loads that I'm going to take over time to the dry cleaners, just not take it all at once.
Mm-hmm.
We don't use the dry cleaners a lot.
Yeah.
But I feel like in this sense, like, just to get things ironed and pressed and ready, and like that I probably don't know when I'll get to.
Yeah.
So that they're ready when we need them.
Let's show your side of the closet too.
Yes.
We have her pants down here and her sweatshirts, and then up here are her dress tops and her dresses. So it's looking really good. All right, guys. She's going to have her husband go through, I think, some of the stuff in here, and she's going to do some stuff. Here's a couple of things for trash right here. And then these are going to go to the ranch. And I'm not sure what's in these two. That needs to go to recycling. And these are the beach towels for them to grab and go. They don't really have a home yet. And then she's happy with the progress. We're both tired. Those she's going to check with her neighbor on. But it is a huge progress from where we started.
All right, guys. Leela's playing chauffeur. So while she is gone, I'm going to attempt to see what I can match and what might need to go back in the wash because of dog hair potentially. And I'm a dog lover and I understand. So no judgment on my channel. It is what it is. But she has said that they have enjoyed having their dining room table, and it sounds like so much progress has been made. So I'm excited for them. And I don't know how much progress I will make on this, but I am not one to sit around. So I'm trying to look for any of the colors, like the colorful ones. So if I can maybe start sorting a little bit by color, darks and greens, oranges, that might make it a little bit easier. And we talked about them just having separate baskets for them who like different colors or different socks or whatever the case may be. With the magic of time lapse, I'm going to bring you back when I am done sorting. Is this one in here? Y'all are probably yelling at me saying, it's right there, it's right there. Okay, I'll come back. The big sock drama. So we have one basket of no matching, but there's still laundry to be done and the matches might be in there. We have a whole tub of those that we just sat here and matched through. And then she did let go of some that were not the best quality.
Yes, I mean, I thought I'd be working on matching socks for a week to get through all of that.
I wouldn't let you do that.
I have worked hard today and I feel it.
I'm sorry.
No, it's nothing to apologize for. It's all a good thing. Yeah. I feel so much better. Would get a lot done. I knew we would get my room better.
Yeah.
But we worked through my closet and it's better. My laundry room's better. I still want another session to get you to help me use my laundry room. It's not very big, but it has a lot of built-in. storage, and I'd like to use it better than I am, which
Yes.
is right now just storing stuff that I probably haven't looked at in a long time.
Yeah.
And so I'd like to work through all of that for sure. But the whole space just feels better, and I feel like I can manage, like I can get caught up on the laundry that's left and get my family into a routine that is maintainable and won't ever let that happen again.
Life happens, and the guard dogs happen too. So I did straighten up your shoes a little bit for you.
Thank you.
You're welcome. I want to thank y'all for all of the support. There's no judgment on my channel. Life happens. They're a busy family, and I'm just so proud of quick decisions that she made. You can obviously tell that she is ready for a change, and she's leading by example with her family to follow. And I think I'm just proud of you. I know so many people are proud of you, and so many people said you had a beautiful home. They love your kitchen. I love your kitchen. So has it all been working for you so far?
It has. You know, as life is busy and we have late games and work and all the things will kind of build up. But it's all like, it takes me 5-10 minutes to put it all back in place.
Perfect.
And we have so enjoyed the clear dining table, and we used our dining table, but we were kind of crowded at one end because junk was at the other. And now we just enjoy, like, you can tell everyone is feeling it. Even, I mean, they've all commented, but we're like sitting around the dining table joking and laughing and not just like trying to get through dinner and on to bed kind of thing. And I feel like a lot of it has to do with the improvements we've made.
The dogs are saying it is time to wrap this up and go. So thank y'all so much for continuing to support Lela in the comments. We appreciate y'all. And I'm not sure when we're going to schedule, but I will commit more time to you as soon as we can sync up schedule. So thank y'all again. We're going to close like my dad always closed his voicemail messages. Bye for now.